Okay, we're recording. Hey guys, welcome to tonight's book club call on Millionaire by Halftime, a really, really good book. We're covering chapters 7, 8, and 9 tonight. So let's dive right in. These chapters, and probably they're all great, but probably this chapter that we're getting ready to talk about, chapter 7, I could spend this entire 30 minutes talking about just this chapter. So I'm really, really excited. Let's dive in. Chapter 7, hard work and perseverance. I don't know why y'all asked me to cover this chapter because I can barely say this word. I mess it up almost every single time I try to say it. Perseverance. So bear with me if I call it something else. Okay. So the beginning of this chapter, he talks about, or he opens it up rather, with this intro from Theodore Roosevelt that I thought was just incredibly profound. I'm going to read it to you guys for those of you who don't have your books, and then we're going to break this down because there's some little nuggets in here that I really think we need to talk about. So it says, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbled, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes short again and again, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, and spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who knew neither victory nor defeat." I mean, you guys, mic drop, right? We could stop this call, like, have a good night. That's all we need to say, right? That's amazing. Okay, so we're going to break this down. So he says, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbled." I mean, who is he talking about in your mind with what we do? He's talking about these naysayers, right? And if you're one of the unfortunate ones who maybe have a naysayer or a negative Nelly that lives in your house, right? Which could be really, really hard when you've got somebody who maybe is a spouse that isn't supporting where you are in your business. I mean, these haters, you guys, these people that drink this haterade that think that you're not going to succeed in this, you're not going to make any money in multi-level marketing, or multi-level marketing is bogus. People who are drinking this haterade are not going to go away, you guys. They never go away. There's always going to be those types of people, but we have to be able to put our blinders on, I guess, our headphones on, and believe strongly in what we're doing and ignore them, right? But they're not going to go away. But that's what makes me think about when I read that. And it says the credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena. Like, listen, you guys need to understand that you have already achieved a level of greatness, right? You've already achieved a level of success just by being here, just by deciding one day, I'm sick and tired of living life this way. I want more and I want better, and I'm going to do things differently. And you jump into this business, right? And you're spending your time Thursday evening on this call right now. You've already achieved a level of greatness that negative Nancy down the street, who is totally okay with where she is, living paycheck to paycheck, you've already achieved far greater than what she has, right? So it says, whose face is marred with dust and sweat and blood. There's going to be hardships in your business. It's going to happen. There's hardships in anybody's business, right? We go through a lot. It takes hard work. This is really, multi-level marketing is really simple, and Plexus has done a really great job at giving us all the tools that we need to be successful, but it's hard work, right? Who comes short time again, there are going to be times when you fail, but it's all about what you do with that failure that is going to determine how successful you're going to be in this or anything else, right? How you deal with that. We're all working for a great cause. I mean, if you don't feel that, then you are just in the wrong place. We're here because we want to help ourselves and our family, of course, but we want to help others to live a better life and a life free of disease and different things, and not to live paycheck to paycheck, and be able to dream big and do great things. So that he'll never fall in a place with those cold and timid souls who never, or neither know victory nor defeat. Those are those people who are okay with just living a mediocre life, right? That's not us. That's not us. And you guys have already shown that just by being here. So anyway, I just loved, that was such a great intro to this chapter, because it just, gosh, so much good stuff. Okay, so he goes on to talk about the lunchbox story, and I'm not going to read the lunchbox story, but the gist of that is there's two guys, and one opens his lunchbox and he finds a BLT sandwich, and he thinks, oh my gosh, yay, a BLT. Who doesn't love a BLT sandwich? I mean, I do. But he's excited about it. But then the other guy opens up his lunchbox and he finds a peanut butter and jelly, and he thinks, oh man, peanut butter and jelly again. Oh, this stinks. But the fact of the story is both of the guys, they pack their own lunchbox. I mean, so the moral of this story is we are responsible for where we are in our lives and in our business, right? We're responsible for packing our own lunchbox. So you have to be in a place of maturity and growth to say, if you are right now, if you're unhappy in some area of your life, if you're unhappy with where you are in your business currently, think about that. I've packed my own lunchbox. What are you going to do to change it? So you need to change your mindset, right? You need to say, I don't like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I don't want peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm going to have something different, right? So you shift your mindset. You decide that you want something better, something different. That forces you to take new action, right? You're going to change it. You're going to do something to make it different. Those two things, coupled with hard work and perseverance, equals change. It equals success. It equals moving forward and propelling you forward, right? But it really starts with that mindset shift. Really, really important. Mindset is huge. So he goes on by talking about working with the end in mind. So when we get a new team member, we talk to them about their why, right? Because the why is really important. It's the foundation of your business. It's the platform that's going to take you to the next level. But we also talk about your dreams and your goals. And if they're not big enough, if they're not detailed enough, we push you to make them bigger, right? We push you to dream bigger. We want you to have a big end goal in mind. Why are you doing this? What is your life going to look like if you succeed? So we encourage you to be a big picture thinker and to dream big. Now there's a story, the bricklayer story, that there's three guys. They're working all on the same project, and they're all at the same place in the project. And they go to the first guy and ask, hey, what are you doing? He says, I'm laying bricks. He goes to the second guy. Hey, what are you doing? I'm building a wall. Okay. Goes to the third guy. Hey, what are you doing? I'm building a cathedral. Now, which guy out of those three are you going to follow in your business, right? Are you going to follow the guy who's just laying some bricks? Probably not, right? What about the guy who's building a wall? I mean, that's good, I guess. But you're going to follow the guy who's building a cathedral, right? So I'm going to ask you today, are you guys laying bricks or are you building a cathedral? Because I can tell you right now that I am building a cathedral. And then when I'm done with that cathedral, I'm going to do what Fallon did, and I'm going to re-enter, and I'm going to build another cathedral. You know what I'm saying? So ask yourself that and be honest. I'm working every day. I'm doing my IPA here and there. I'm messaging a couple people. I'm not real passionate about it. You're laying bricks. Ask yourself, am I laying bricks or am I building a cathedral? You have to have that big end goal in mind. If you want people to follow you, especially, right? Because that's important in this business, is leadership and being followable. So I wrote this quote down just because I love it, and I thought that it went so well with this topic. Shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. Isn't that amazing? So dream big. I mean, that's really the point of that. And make a vision board, you guys. And I said this on our last week's call. Listen, if you are one of these people who says, I can't dream big, I'm a realist, I don't do that. Listen to me. You are afraid of failing, and you are preventing yourself from being successful because that is a roadblock. You have to be able to dream big. Even if it makes you uncomfortable, you have to do it, okay? So making a vision board is really important. And if you don't know how to do that, download Pic Collage on your phone and just save some photos of things that make you excited about your future, and put them on Pic Collage, or go old school. I mean, I'm talking about get you some scissors and some stack of magazines and some glue and a poster board. You know what I'm saying? You guys, this is really, really important. I personally actually posted my dream board on Facebook on my personal wall, which is something that you don't see a lot. But my dream board is my screensaver on my phone. I mean, it's on the computer. It's everywhere. This is really, really important. He talks about tracking your actions. I wrote down, do not underestimate what it is going to take to win. So if somebody comes to me on a coaching call and they say, I'm doing all the things. I am, I love Plexus and I'm telling people, but nothing is happening. I'm going to say, what's your calendar look like? Is it full? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be totally transparent. I'm going to show you my calendar, because it's important that we walk the walk, right? We don't just talk the talk. We are not going to say to somebody something that we are not willing to do ourselves, right? I don't know if you guys can see each day. Where are we? Oh, that's February. We're not there yet. Each day, you see this, you guys? Multiple things. I mean, you're going to come across a Sunday where I take some time off, because, I mean, that's the goal, right? Eventually, we want to create this residual income where we can take time off and we don't have to worry so much, right? But action cures everything, you guys. If you are stuck in your business, check your calendars. If you're not doing the work, you're not going to get the results. That's just the way that it is. It takes work. It takes IPA. Again, if you're one of the people, you need to be in an IPA chat, you guys. This is really important. He's talking about action and doing the things that are going to propel you forward in your business. And we have the IPA chats, the 3-2-1 or the action stack. And both are amazing. And I mean, you get to pick your pace, right? One is a little bit more work than the other, of course, but this is your business. You pick your pace. But if you're one of these people, excuse me, if you're one of these people who are in the IPA chats and you're commenting done every single day, and you have been commenting done every single day for 6 months, but you haven't had any results, you need to check your action, okay? You need to really check it and be honest with yourself. What kind of work are you doing? Are you really putting forth the effort? Maybe check your goals or whatever it is. You need to have a call with your sponsor, right? We need to be real about this. It's not just about post and done, you guys. It is about the action. Action kills everything in this business. I wrote this down. The only thing that pays are the income producing activities, right? And it's not the truth. Okay, here's a quote from the book. He goes on to say, successful people do what it takes every day, not just when they feel like it. And I thought that this was a really great opportunity just to say that life happens. And life is going to happen whether you're a silver or a gold or a ruby or an emerald or a diamond. And it will continue to happen. It's how you handle those situations, like I said before, that's going to determine your level of success and how quickly you reach that level of success in this business, right? Life happens to us all the time. Chris Helmer, my husband, is on the call tonight, and he can vouch things get a little hairy sometimes. And if you can look at any leader on this call, and they are probably shaking their head right now, but if you ask your sponsor this question and your sponsor says no, your sponsor is lying to you. Things happen. It's going to happen in your business. Be prepared, you guys. It's not like dancing, traipsing through the tulips every day. This is normal. This is life. This is business, and this is being a mom, and this is being, all of those things. Life happens. But you got to be prepared for it, and you have to know that it's normal, right? You have to change this why me attitude into a why not me attitude. So when things do happen in your life that could knock you off of your horse or deter or whatever it is, change that why me attitude, which is an attitude that I had for a really long time. Y'all, most of you know my story, that I played the victim card for a very, very long time until I decided that I no longer wanted to be a victim. I wanted to be a survivor, and where I was not where I wanted to be, and I made the decision to change it, right? So I changed my why me attitude to a why not me attitude. And that's what you need to do if you're feeling that way. One of the things that was so encouraging to me in this business was that the people who are at the top are ordinary people. Fallon Black is at the top, and she is such an ordinary, she's young and she's fun and she's amazing and she's a mom and she's all of those things, and she's a little crunchy, but we still love her. But she's an ordinary person, just like everybody else that's at the top of this company, and just like you and just like me. Why not us? That's the fact. I don't care if you're a realist or not. The reality is, why not you? Why not me? We can absolutely do it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and ask a couple questions for Chapter 7, and that's really all that he had in there. So feel free to unmute yourselves and holler out an answer if you'd like. So the question 1 that I wrote down is, we are responsible for where we are in our businesses or in our lives. Does anyone want to take responsibility now for where they are in their business and tell us how they are going to change that? Anybody?
I'll check.
Oh, Chris, go ahead.
I noticed that on my days off, in between my shifts as a police officer, my IPA is great. I get a lot of stuff done. But as soon as I report back to shift and life comes at me quick, all that kind of goes to the wayside for that 5-day stretch that I'm at work. So I know now that I've got to manage my time better. If I got up earlier on my work days or stayed up later, I could get a lot more done, as opposed to letting work, take over and get in the way of me getting it completed. But what we're going to do about it, me and Cody have talked, and in March, I'm going to resign as a police officer, and Plexus is going to be our number 1. And that's what we're working towards.
Wow, that's a big announcement. I wasn't ready for all that. You're going to make me cry.
That's so exciting.
Yes, so that Chris and I have decided he's going to resign from being a police officer. It's not about the money anymore, you guys. It's not about, that's his blood. He's going to eventually go back, but we're at a position in our business right now where he can take a significant amount of time away from that and go back when he wants to, and we're going to focus on our Plexus business. So
our family.
Yay! Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, babe. Okay, so yeah, he talked about sacrificing time and trade-offs, right? Sacrifice is such a harsh word. I hate using that word, but trade-offs, think of it as that. We're going to trade off some time in the morning. We're going to trade off some time in the evening. We're going to trade off some time where we normally maybe would watch this show that we like or whatever it is, right? What are some income-producing activities? Just shout them out. Y'all should know what the income-producing activities are.
Contacting people.
Yes.
Following up.
Contacting people. Yep.
Making new friends.
Mm-hmm.
Sharing the business. Sharing the product.
Yep.
Building relationships.
Yes, ma'am. See, you guys got this.
3, 2, 1.
Absolutely. 3, 2, 1. Action stack is another one. I mean, anything, income producing activity should be your guys' your first goal of the day, right? I mean, all of the other stuff is really important, like posting on the team page and different things like that is important, but your personal business, it's going to depend on that income producing activity and going wide, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to chapter 8, which is start now. So he starts with 4 main points. Get in the game is number 1, which basically says you got to show up to go up. So what does that mean? That means you gotta be present. You gotta get on these calls, right? If I've got somebody who's telling me on a coaching call, I am all in, I am gonna do this, I am gonna be a diamond and all of those things, but they cannot get on a 30-minute coaching call. We are all busy people. Everybody on here, I see all of your faces. I know many of your stories. We are all busy people, but we're making this a priority, right? And some people have their cameras off. I love to see your beautiful faces, but some people have their cameras off and their microphones off because they are washing their babies' bottoms right now, or they are making dinner, or whatever it is. But the fact that you guys are here just shows that you're making this a priority, and that's what it means. You got to show up. And even a step further than that, show up on the team page, you guys. We want to hear from you. Post in there. If you hear something from Sally Sue down the street who says, thank you so much for introducing these amazing products to me. They've changed my life. Post it in there. We want to hear about that. I want to celebrate with you. There's really only 2 things not allowed in the team page. Negativity will never fly in a team page, or product questions. And that is simply because FDA guidelines forbid us from doing that. That's it. But get in there, you guys. People want to hear from you. People want to see you. You got to show up to go up. And number 2, follow your company's system. So Plexus has done an incredible job. I don't know any other company that gives others the amount of tools that we have to be successful. The success kits are amazing. Your back office, we've got if you click on tools, you'll see Success on Demand, which is amazing. We've got the Rank Up Roadmap, which is coming out. The Super Saturday link is up. I mean, you guys, we have all of these amazing things, and we have the team pages, which is basically the people who come before us, right, who have made incredible businesses, Lori Welch, Sonia Dudley, all of these people that are in our personal upline. They've handed it off to us, right? And we hand it off to you, and you hand it off to others, right? That's how it works. Be prepared for a marathon, which is his number 3. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Some people do sprint. They say fast is hard, fast is easy, slow is hard, though. But it is a marathon. I mean, you're in it for the long haul, right? If you guys have that, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, or that big end goal, which is what you should have, work with the end in mind. That's what it is. Then it's going to push you to keep going, right? Just like a marathon runner has to be pushed to keep going. And number 4 is take massive and immediate action. So when you decide that you're going to do this, and you're going to go all in, and you're going to go for it, take massive action. What does that look like? Take control of your business. Schedule your own sip and see. Start reaching out to a lot of people. The first thing that I watched was Eric Worre's How to Recruit 20 in 30 Days or something like that. And that just lit a fire under me. And that's how my business started, was with that. Did I hit that 20? No, I didn't. But I gave it a really good shot, and it launched my business. I mean, like an airplane. If you think about an airplane on the runway, okay, the pilot doesn't put the plane at 20%. The pilot doesn't put it at 60 or even 80%. The pilot has to put full throttle, 100%, to get the plane off the ground, right? So think about that as you sitting in this airplane getting your business off the ground. If you give it just a little bit, it's going to take you a long time, and you might not ever get off the ground, right? Because the goal is we want to grow an organization, and we want to get people under us who are inspired, who have a vision just like we do, so that our business just kind of takes off, and we're just smooth sailing doing our IPAs every day, right? He talks about commitment. Of course, we want to be committed to our business and to our success, right? He talks about a turning point. And I kind of wanted to open this up to a few of the leaders. If Fallon or Tiffany or Brittany wanted to unmute and just kind of let us know if you had a turning point, like a major turning point in your business where you decided that you were all in and you were going to do anything that it took. I definitely have a story, but I'm going to let you guys, if anybody wants to chime in now.
Yeah, I kind of had a couple. Is that feedback from me or someone else?
I don't hear anything.
Don't? Okay. It might just be me talking on my phone. I don't usually do it on my phone. But I had a couple times that I thought were turning points in my business, and they were stepping stones to the actual turning point. So sometimes we think, okay, this is it. I'm all in. I'm doing it. And you feel like you're doing it this time. But it doesn't go that way. Again, you still have something holding yourself back. You're still not all in. You're still not making the effort or the sacrifices. The excuses are coming in more than the actual working part. And one of my times was, like he said, seeing the people on the stage. I was like, the diamonds, there they are. I'm going to be a diamond. This is it. This time next year, I'll be at convention a diamond. Well, I went to convention again as a gold ambassador. I didn't make diamond. But I was putting in more effort than the first time. But then January of, I don't know, it was 2 years now, I decided I was all in and nothing was going to stop me, and I was doing it. And I decided that after we thought we were all in and we were going to do some events up in Michigan, we invited a couple hundred people to 2 different events. We had one single person show up. And I remember driving back down to Georgia, and I thought, this is it. I can let it stop me right now because I'm so embarrassed, or I'm going to let all those people fuel me to be successful. And the next time I go home, I'll be driving a Lexus. And I let that fuel me. And that was my turning point. I wasn't going to accept defeat at that moment.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I love that.
That is a good one.
I remember that. I remember thinking, poor Fallon. Bless her little heart. But yeah, she did not let that defeat her. That is why she's such a great leader, because she doesn't let things like that get her down. She lets them fuel her. I was just going to share, last year when everybody was in Hawaii, not 2016, but 2015, I was senior gold, senior gold, I think. And I heard, like, some of the Jewels did an opportunity event from Hawaii, and I heard someone say, I was senior gold this time last year, and now I'm in Hawaii. And for some reason, that just clicked in my head. I was like, well, that person's no different than me. I know that person. If they can do it, I can do it. Up until that point, I guess I knew I was going to be a Jewel at some point. I just didn't really have a timeline, or no, I wasn't really in a hurry. But when I heard that person say that they were senior gold that time last year, I was like, well, I can do that then. It just made it sound very, very doable to me. And so that was when I really went all in and just decided, okay, I'm doing it. And I did it. So it was a good feeling.
Yeah, for sure. And you made it, girl, and we had a blast.
Yeah, I'm going again this year.
So I actually, no one knows this story. This is great. So the year that I hit Emerald, the year that most of us did, the average to hit it was 18 months. I hit it in 14, which is amazing, right? But my goal, and only Fallon knows this, my goal was 12. That was my goal. My heart was set on hitting Emerald in 12 months. Huge goal. And I was close, but it came, and I knew that I wasn't going to hit it. And somebody asked me, and I don't remember if it was Lori or Fallon, one of them, asked me this. If it took you 3 years, knowing what you know now, the work that it's going to take, and the payoff, what Emerald looks like, what Emerald could do for your family, if it took you 3 more years to hit it, would you continue? And I could not say yes. I couldn't say yes. And so I remember I got off the phone. I was doing something, taking a shower, something, and that question just kept playing over and over and over in my mind. Would I continue? And it wasn't until I hit hardship in my business that, because when you're growing fast, you guys, and you're in momentum, and it is fun, and it is good, and it is exciting, and it's like you are traipsing through the tulips. I mean, it's just all fun and dandy. But when you hit some hardship in your business and you have to go through the mud, that is when all of the pretty shiny things are stripped away, and you have to really get down to that nitty gritty and ask yourself, do I believe in what I'm doing? Do I believe in this company enough that if it took me 3 years to get there, would I continue? And if you ask me today, you're going through some hardship in my business, if it took me 10 years to hit diamond, without hesitation, I would tell you without a doubt, I would work my business just as hard as I am right now every single day for 10 years, because I believe so much in what we are doing. I believe so much in our mission. I believe in the company, the leadership, integrity of this company. So yeah, I think the real turning point for me in my business was going through some hardship and being able to strip away all that pretty and really getting down to what means the most to me in this business. Would I continue? Absolutely. Anybody else want to share?
That was good, Cody.
We're getting deep, honey.
That was so good.
Somebody
Got
get
chills
the
over here. It ain't gonna take you 10 years though.
No, it won't take me 10 years, honey, because I am working my butt off. But if it does, though, I'll be here. I will still be here. When you all are around for 10 years from now, I will still be here. Okay, so let's go on. He says he actually challenges us in the book to post on Facebook exactly this. Today, I am a fully committed person. I mean, that is pretty cool, right? And I should see a ton of these, because you know how now on Facebook, if you do a few words, it makes it really big. I should see a ton of these big O, I am a fully committed person, going flying up after this call, right? I will absolutely be doing that myself. So I challenge you guys to put that up. Chapter 9, we'll just go right into chapter 9 because we are really getting into past time here. Finding the right person is what chapter 9 is about. And being able to recruit and bring a lot of people into your organization is great, right? But finding those right people, and someone actually, it might have been Fallon, said something like, it's like an Easter egg hunt, and there's just eggs everywhere, and you're picking through all the eggs, you're looking for the golden one, right? You never know who is going to surprise you in this business. And I can tell you that no one probably looked at my Facebook page 2 years ago and thought, that girl is going to be amazing, right? So I'm not saying prejudge people, okay? But you can look at people's Facebook pages and you can see if someone who, maybe they're already successful, maybe they already have a thriving business, maybe they post a photo of their dog in a coat and they get 300 comments. I mean, that's somebody you want on your team, right? What you can look at people's Facebook pages and see if they're really positive, influential, if they're someone you want to spend some time with, right? Which is another cool thing about this business is we can choose who we spend the most of our time with, right? We want to add people to our teams that we want to travel with, that we want to go to convention with and hang out with and all of those things, right? So he says to make a list in chapter 9, and he goes over like the Frank's list and the memory jogger and all of those things that are in Pink Power and some of the other Jules teams, I'm sure, in the file section. He says to number 2 to prospect up, which is really important. And again, those are those people who are, for lack of better words, better than you, right? And I found this very rude when I first heard that because I didn't quite understand it. But it's so true. You have to find people that are better than you. And those are those people that I just mentioned, the people that are already successful. Maybe they've already done personal growth. Maybe they've reached a level of maturity that you haven't reached yet or whatever. And number 3, again, just never prejudge because you never know. Go wide. Talks about recruiting. The day you stop recruiting is the day you pull the plug on your business. Now, Chris McCall described this business as a Ferris wheel. And your Ferris wheel, if you're doing your action and you're constantly working, it's constantly moving, but people are going to get off. That's just the nature of the beast. That's just how it rolls, right? But you always want to be putting new people onto your Ferris wheel, right? Now, what happens when you stop recruiting new level 1s into your business? Your business can be, maybe it's the size of a sink, right? And you pull the plug on the sink. It's not going to all drain out at one time. It doesn't work that way. It'll drain out slowly and eventually there will be nothing left, right? If you stop working, you stop doing your personal IPA and adding new level 1s to your business. But what if some of your businesses are like this, as big as a bucket? Or maybe your silverness is as big as a cup. If you were to pull the plug on your business right now, that is not going to take time for that to run out, right? We want our businesses to be the size of an Olympic-sized swimming pool, right, when we're done. So that when we do stop, if we want to stop working for a little bit, that's the beauty of residual income, right? That doesn't happen. But you always have to be adding new level 1s to your business and going wide. Of course, you want to help the people under you. That's really important. But your personal business has to come first, you guys. He says, quote, personal recruiting will fix any problem in your network marketing business. He talks about always talking to new people. I personally strive to add 2 to 5 people to my Facebook friends list a day, and I don't just add them and then they go into I almost have 5,000 people on my Facebook friends list right now. That can't happen because next thing you know, you're trying to personally recruit somebody who's already on your team or a Plexus friend from across the United States or whatever. Like, you have to keep good track of these people. So what I do is I add them and then they go on my product. I'll go to their Facebook pages and we'll start a really but he ends this chapter, and we'll end this tonight with this, about the cucumber, which I thought was totally hilarious. So he talks about going to the basketball game and reaching out to people in person, which is important too. You got to get out your house and talk to new people and make new friends. But he talks about going to one parent and saying, "Oh, your son, little Timmy, is so good at doing free throws. That is so great. What do you do?" Which opens the door then for them to ask you what you do, right? But what if they don't? What if they don't ask you what you do and they're like talking to a cucumber? You go to the next person, right? Or you look to the guy behind you and you say, "Oh, Sally is so good at dribbling that ball. That is so wonderful." What do you do, right? You start new conversations with new people. If they don't bounce the ball back, that's okay, but you can't stop. You got to keep talking to new people. Okay, so we went a little long, you guys. I know I get a little excited. But if anybody wants to unmute and just add something that they saw or read. Somebody unmuted. Any main points that really just stood out to anybody?
Cody, did you unmute me, or did I just unmute myself on accident?
You unmuted yourself, girl.
I got lots to say, but I can wait, see if anybody else does.
I do love to hear from you, though. Anybody?
I loved the in chapter 9, the charts that they give you for the name association tool and the occupation. Yeah, those are really awesome. I've never seen anything like that before. Mm-hmm. And I just thought that was a really helpful tip. I'll definitely be using that. So
yeah, he definitely used some new ones too that I've seen. I haven't seen those either.
Can you?
Oh, Tiffany Wilson. Tiffany's the first. Oh, I see two of you now. No wonder that's echoing. You're on two different devices, girl. What is going on? Oh, okay. You're good. You could probably unmute now.
Oh, girl, I told you, my computer, this doggone internet keeps failing me. I can't see nobody again.
Oh, no.
Girl, that was scary. You know, I loved chapter 9, the 4 commitments he made. I was like, yes, that's perfect. That's what you need to be successful in this business. Mm-hmm. You get plugged in, get in the game. You want to get involved in, and I tell people all the time, for success in this business, commit to 3-2-1, commit to challenge groups. Please commit to a book club, commit to Monday night call. And I mean, if you can't commit to all of the things, at least, you know, pick a few and commit. You know, there's people that just, they don't want to commit to anything. And if you're not committing to anything, you have no commitment to your business. Mm-hmm. And another great one, don't reinvent the wheel. I know a lot of us are always saying this, you know, y'all, you do not have to reinvent the wheel. Our leaders above us have been doing this for years. They have systems, they have everything in place that's been duplicated down for us. Be prepared for a marathon. Again, just commitment to your business. If you want to see those big results, be prepared to, you know, what are you going to sacrifice? What are you going to change for, you know, the short term to be set up in the long term? And then just take massive and immediate action, doing it now. Those who learn and immediately put it into action. I thought if everybody just listened to all those, I mean, it's perfect. It really is. It's the stuff that we, you know, I think we tell a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was huge. I highlighted that, liked it.
Oh, good. Yes. I mean, it really is. It's already been laid out for you, and you just have to do it. It's like I was saying before, those who have come before us, they were the, the vessel, right? And then we're the vessel, and it's like there are so many people that you hand this to, and it's like in this pretty little package, and it's amazing. Some people just, they don't take it, but it's your job to hand it to them. You know what I'm saying? What you do with it is on you. Nobody can want it so badly for you, which, oh my gosh, every leader on here is going to say that they want it so badly for all of you, but we can't want it so bad that it just magically appears. Like what you do with this pretty little awesome, really, really good package that we hand you is totally up to you.
Mm-hmm. I loved on page 78, he talked about how, about successful people. And he says that people are successful for a reason. And I mean, we all have our chicken lists, right? We all have people that, we think would rock the business, or whatever reasons we're kind of scared to reach out to them. And if this doesn't put it into perspective for you, this is huge. That story that he had is this person that he thought was going to be awesome for his team, but he kind of discounted him and said that he probably doesn't need it. He's already successful in his own business. He's not going to he doesn't need another successful business. And so he let that go and he joined with someone else. So, don't discount anyone. And to me, that's motivation right there to reach out to those people that are on your chicken list and to treat that as a business. Treat them as business partners. That's kind of a whole different perspective when you look at people you're recruiting as your business partner, who you would want to be a manager of your business that is, worth something huge. You don't want just Joe Schmo who's maybe not going to be very committed to be your running business partner. You want these people who are already successful, who would rock it, and don't hesitate to reach out to those people, because you have something that's huge. You have something that's worth it. And, if you can get them to see that, they're going to want to jump on with you. So that's just motivation right there, I think.
That is such a really good point. And I know that when I first started, I would look at those people who are maybe already successful and say, oh, but it's network marketing. They wouldn't want, they already have a really great career. They wouldn't want something like this. But now I look at those people and I'm like, it's network marketing. It's the most amazing thing ever. Like, a successful person, you guys, are successful for a reason. And a successful person can spot a really great business opportunity, which is exactly what we have. So don't be afraid to present it to somebody successful. Chances are their eyes are going to be open maybe more than somebody who maybe already isn't successful. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Me? Okay. I underlined like nearly the whole chapter 7. Tiffany and I were both texting each other at the exact same time. We're like, this is so good. This chapter is so awesome. And let's see, I have so many notes and everything underlined, but part of my turning point was when I stopped making excuses and decided I wasn't going to say tomorrow I'll do it tomorrow or the next day. And right now, with my working out, I'm in that same position. It's so easy to say I'm going to get up and work out in the morning. Then you don't. Oh, I'm going to do it during nap time. Then you don't. Now I say I'm going to do it after the team call, and I'm left with a choice. Am I going to aimlessly scroll Facebook, or am I going to go and do it? And procrastination is the stealer of dreams, he says right here. And it's so, so true. I think a lot of people don't realize when they see people who rank up fast or people who rank up at all, the work that is required in it. And a lot of things I've been telling people lately is we're business owners. We are in business. You don't have to work 13 hours a day. You want to work smart. We're in network marketing, so we can divide our time up. We have an army of people working 4 hours a day. That's the beauty of this. And of course, the income potential is amazing, but it still is work. You can't just sit there hoping that somebody's going to contact you today. You have to go make friends and do the contacts and do the follow-ups and not say, oh, I'll contact that person tomorrow. Because like Jamie was saying, you're going to see them join under someone else. And it's definitely enough motivation when you think you want to join someone and you see them join in your downline or an entirely different team. Only had to have that happen twice before I was like, okay, no more. I'm going to reach out to people when I feel like I should be.
Yeah. You had a good point. I don't even remember what you said, but it just sparked something in my brain that says you can't leave your success in someone else's hands. in the team member's hands, right? It's really easy sometimes to get stuck in management mode and you think, oh, if we can just get them going, right? No, you keep your own success in your own hands, right? And you just work really, really hard and go wide. Of course, you want to help your people, but you know what I'm saying? It's not up to them. It's you. The success or failure is up to you.
Mm-hmm. That about going wide was huge. And the other thing I wanted to say that I thought was really important for all of us is the reason that we are Jules and we're successful is because we began with the end in mind. We're not thinking, I just got to get this one person. I just got to get this one person. We're thinking, I am going to be a diamond. I'm going to be an emerald. It wasn't, yes, you want to break it down and see what you need to get to gold and senior gold, but that's not the goal. So if you are just focusing on that one person that you need to explode your business, you don't. We're going for diamond. We're going to find lots of different people. And that's what gets you out of bed in the morning is the motivation is the goal. It's not, oh, today's just another day working plexus. No, today's another day to go for my dreams. And having that why, that's why it's so important.
Yeah, it goes back to that. Are you laying bricks or are you building a cathedral? You know, laying bricks is not going to get me out of bed in the morning, but building a cathedral is. You know what I'm saying? So ask yourself that each day. Are you laying bricks or are you building a cathedral? Are you waking up to duplexes? Or are you waking up to go diamond? Big difference. Big difference. You guys, we went like an hour and all of you are still on. I mean, that is amazing. You are all amazing.
You're amazing, Cody. You're so easy.
You stop it right now.
Yeah, you really are easy to listen to.
I love you.
Like,
okay, you guys, I really, I'll let you go, but I love you all, and I think we could talk about this book for all night, which would probably be a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie.
It would be a lot of fun. I love Thursday nights. I look forward to them. Just don't let the personal growth get away from you guys. I notice a difference with every single level one when they're doing their personal growth. They're just a different person. I'm a different person. My assistant noticed a difference in my chats, and he's like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm back. I'm doing the reading. I'm doing the personal growth. We got these book studies now, and it holds me accountable, too, as a diamond. Because I know I'm going to be on here sharing with you guys. And now I just can't stop. So sometimes getting started is the hardest part.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I have a silly story though, just before I let you go. I was actually in Barnes & Noble today. And it's so funny, like 2 years ago would have never stepped foot in a Barnes & Noble. But I go into Barnes & Noble and I go to the business section. I'm like, oh, this is so exciting. Like all of the amazing books that you can read that's going to help grow you and make you better so that you can help others. And I mean, it's exciting to me. But yeah, it's totally what Fallon said. You can totally tell a difference. And don't just say you're going to do it, you guys. Really do it. It makes a huge difference, and not just in your business. I mean, in all areas of life. Chris can vouch. I'm a better mom. I'm a better wife. I mean, I am a better friend. All of that because of personal growth. And go to Barnes & Noble, you guys. I want to see selfies of y'all in the business section. I promise I'll take one next time. Okay, we better go. It's been an hour, but thank you guys so much for getting on. I love you all so much, and this book is amazing, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.